The Great Squirrel Heist. It began with a single tomato, half-eaten. Mr. Jenkins roared, waving the squishy remains over the fence. Like evidence in a vegetable courtroom. They think they can steal from me? Not on my watch. The they in question? Squirrels. Not ordinary squirrels, though. These were tactical, coordinated, and possibly evil. They moved like furry ninjas and stole like Ocean's 11. At the center of it all was their leader. A chubby gray squirrel with a torn ear and a confident swagger squirrel number 7. Mr. Jenkins declared war. Day 1 motion-activated sprinklers. Day 2 laser-eyed scarecrows. Day 3 a hawk-shaped surveillance drone named Tomato 1. The squirrels responded by forming a single-file conga line across the backyard, setting off every sprinkler in rhythm. By the time Jenkins got outside, they'd made off with 3 heirlooms and left behind a trail of acorn shells. And 1 crayon drawing of a crying tomato. Jenkins snapped. He started dressing in full camo, belly crawling behind the hydrangeas, and referring to his backyard as Sector T. He built what he called the Tomato Vault, a shed with a keypad, retinal scanner, and a voice prompt that shouted access denied whenever anyone got too close. It was absurd. It was also completely ineffective. Because that Friday, the squirrels hit back hard. They used a trampoline to launch themselves over the fence. 1 soared straight through an open window, disabling the drone with a well-placed walnut. 2 others repelled from the bird feeder. Squirrel number 7 strolled through the doggy door, grabbed 3 ripe tomatoes, and paused long enough to snap a selfie in front of the vault with Jenkins's phone. The next morning, Jenkins found the photo printed and taped to the shed. Scribbled on the back in smudged red marker. "Nice try, Jenkins. S7. He built an obstacle course. It had swinging pool noodles, glitter bomb decoys, a hamster wheel, and, somehow, a mini zipline. They'll crack," he whispered, as if being interviewed by the History Channel. Every thief makes 1 mistake. But the squirrels never failed. Not once. They cracked the obstacle course in 12 minutes flat, pausing only to do a slow-motion group jump over a rake. While Eye of the Tiger played from Jenkins's Bluetooth speaker, which they'd also hacked. And then, silence. No raids. No droppings. No suspicious activity. Until Jenkins opened his front door and found a single tomato, sitting on the welcome mat, perched atop it a tiny acorn crown. Next to it, another note. Checkmate. He moved to Arizona that weekend. Said he was taking up cactus farming. They can't steal what they can't chew, he muttered. On his last morning, I spotted squirrel number 7 lounging on the fence. Sunglasses on, tomato in paw. He took 1 slow bite, looked right at me, and I swear, he winked.
It's time to learn new words in context. 1. Heist. Definition: a heist is a carefully planned theft, usually involving valuable objects like money, jewels, or art, and often carried out by a group. Example: the police foiled a daring heist at the city's largest bank. 2. Squishy. Definition: something squishy feels soft and easily pressed or squeezed, often yielding under pressure. Example: the child loved playing with the squishy toy because it bounced back into shape. 3. Not on my watch. Definition: this phrase is used to say that something will not happen while you are responsible or in charge. Example: the guard said, "No one will get past this gate, not on my watch." 4. Tactical. Definition: tactical describes actions that are carefully planned to achieve a short-term advantage or goal, often used in military, sports, or strategy contexts. Example: the coach made a tactical change to strengthen the team's defense. 5. Ocean's 11. Definition: Ocean's 11 is the title of a popular film about a group of thieves who carry out a complex casino heist. The phrase is sometimes used to refer to any stylish or elaborate robbery plan. Example: their scheme was so clever It felt like something out of Ocean's 11. 6. Chubby. Definition. Chubby means slightly overweight or round in a cute or soft-looking way. Usually not harsh or insulting. Example. The chubby puppy waddled across the yard with great effort. 7. Swagger. Definition. Swagger is a confident and sometimes arrogant way of walking or behaving that shows self-assurance. Example. He entered the room with a swagger that drew everyone's attention. 8. Conga line. Definition. A conga line is a festive dance in which people form a line, place their hands on the shoulders or waist of the person in front, and follow a rhythmic step. Example. At the wedding, guests laughed as they joined a joyful conga line across the hall. 9. Made off. Definition. Made off means to escape quickly with something, often stolen, before being caught. Example. The thieves made off with the jewels before anyone noticed. 10. Heirloom. Definition. An heirloom is a valuable object, often with sentimental meaning, that has been passed down through generations in a family. Example. The old watch was a family heirloom handed down from his grandfather. 11. Snapped. Definition. Snapped can mean either breaking suddenly with a sharp sound or losing one's temper quickly. Example. She accidentally snapped the pencil in half during the test. 12. Swinging pool noodles. Definition. This refers to playfully or energetically waving foam pool toys. Long, flexible tubes used in swimming pools as if in mock battle or fun. Example. The children ran around the yard swinging pool noodles at each other. 13. Perched. Definition. Perched means sitting or resting on the edge or top of something, often in a slightly unstable or elevated position. Example. The bird was perched on the windowsill, watching the street below.
Comprehension questions. 1. What event triggers Mr. Jenkins's war against the squirrels? Answer. He discovers a half-eaten tomato in his garden and believes the squirrels are stealing from him. 2. How are the squirrels portrayed in the story? Answer. They are personified as highly intelligent, mischievous, and organized thieves, almost like a professional heist crew. 3. Who is squirrel number 7, and what role does he play? Answer. Squirrel number 7 is the leader of the squirrel team. Confident, clever, and smug. He's Mr. Jenkins's main nemesis. 4. What are some of the ridiculous countermeasures Mr. Jenkins sets up to stop the squirrels? Answer. He uses motion-activated sprinklers, scarecrows with laser eyes, a drone shaped like a hawk, a retinal scanning tomato vault, and even an obstacle course. 5. How do the squirrels respond to Mr. Jenkins's defenses? Answer. They outsmart every trap, steal tomatoes in creative ways, and even taunt him with pranks like glitter bombs and selfies. 6. What does the squirrel's behavior suggest about their intelligence? Answer. Their actions, like hacking a Bluetooth speaker and writing taunting notes, suggest they are almost supernaturally smart and enjoy psychological warfare. 7. What is the purpose of the obstacle course Mr. Jenkins builds? Answer. He hopes to study the squirrels' methods and break their pattern, thinking he can outwit them with increasing complexity. 8. What happens when the squirrels go through the obstacle course? Answer. They complete it in 12 minutes, performing a slow-motion group jump and playing Eye of the Tiger on Jenkins's hacked speaker. 9. What final message do the squirrels leave before Jenkins gives up? Answer. They leave a single tomato with an acorn crown and a note that says, "Checkmate." 10. What decision does Mr. Jenkins make at the end of the story? Answer. He moves to Arizona to take up cactus farming, believing squirrels won't be able to steal cacti. 11. How does squirrel number 7 behave in the final scene? Answer. He lounges on the fence, eating a tomato, wearing sunglasses, and winks at the narrator, signaling his total victory. 12. What is the main source of comedy in the story? Answer. The escalating absurdity of Mr. Jenkins's war on the squirrels, the human-like cunning of the animals, and the total defeat of the over-prepared homeowner.